Okay, well, pretty exciting here, but as promised from EA, and they are delivering on time, which is always a good thing, we got our FIFA 20 career mode deep dive news. Now, I'm not sure while we're reading this all out, if we get any like video footage and stuff like that. My viewers will let me know and we'll pull that up as everything unfolds here. But as of right now, EA have released news of the FIFA 20 career mode deep dive. Now, I'm hoping, you guys know every year we do a Leeds United simulation only career mode where we basically turn career mode into almost a football manager of depth career mode where we try to get Leeds into the Premier League. Now it's been a very frustrating 3 or 4 years even because EA haven't touched career mode. In fact, they've probably made career mode worse because they take away things from career mode instead of adding to it and developing it and making it better. So I'm very excited for this and let's see what they do. So a deep dive into career mode, the pitch notes. Hey FIFA fans. Oh God, I'm so excited. Hey FIFA fans, the cycle has been an incredibly busy one for the entire career mode team. Alongside putting a lot of time and effort into the pre-production this year, we work towards building a number of brand new features that are focused on bringing more depth and authenticity to career mode. We hope you enjoy the news we're here to share today. Manager career, okay, so this is just like obviously the FIFA 20 launch splash, if you will. Career mode feedback from the community. We've heard for feedback coming from our players in the past years, and we wanted to ensure that FIFA 20 will mark an important milestone, not only for FIFA in general, but especially for career mode fans. Okay, this is all marketing mumbo jumbo so far, but I'm really excited, man. We strive to evolve and create experiences in FIFA that give our users more diversity and choices each year. Information below will shed some light on the new experiences we've been developing for some time now, and that we're working hard to further refine right at this moment. Okay, press conference and player conversations. As we just mentioned, our main drive is adding a highly relevant feature that would represent an important step towards career mode and especially manager career, which is what we all do, or what I do at least. This year, the new feature lineup is represented by press conference, player conversations, and all the intricate tools and logic sitting behind these features. Okay. So pre-match press conference, attend the press conference, media gathering in the press room, before specific matches, praise, motivate, criticize, sympathize, calm, attend conference, skip conference. Okay. So as of this splash in and of itself, though, looks like this is something that we had every year, right? So unless you click in, I think they're going to deep dive oh my God. Okay. Just the list of little things, dude. Let's go. I love it. Nick28T at Leeds gonna be super spicy, bros. Our vision was to breathe new life into career manager career experience by leveraging the huge amounts of data that playing this mode generates. Let's go, dude. Stats, data, all the things Nick28T loves. And build a variation of ever-changing stories that would surface to our players through pre- and post-match press conferences and player conversations. Oh my God. Are they taking basically what they learned and developed from the journey and have actually put it into career mode, essentially? As long as it's not bland in the same repetitive storyline every post-game, every pre-game, I'm down, right? That's the one thing we hope, is that it's not just completely repetitive. These are not just general storylines, that we put together to mimic authenticity. These are stories built based on player progress, which each player will be able to interact with and influence the morale of the team and their standing as the team's manager. Wow. Okay. The new tools developed in-house by the career mode team enable our producers and designers to leverage this large amount of data and create an enormous variations of storylines that are deeply rooted in the player experience and your way of playing. Dude, what? Let's go, man. This means that the experience each match will be treated differently by the journalists and will always feel authentic and dynamic. So again, we're gonna have to wait and see ourselves the truth and the depth of this, but this is already promising, right? That they're very explicitly explaining it's not gonna be just the same thing, you know, and the same, you know when you go into in last year, I can't remember if it was in 18 or not, but when you go into the negotiation and it's the same silent negotiation, the same things, the same moronic negotiations break down or don't break down, the same glitches work every time. You know what I mean? that stuff was the worst thing ever in career mode. So it seems like they all know that we hated that, and they're trying to add some dynamic stuff in there, which is fantastic. Okay, world news. Junior says Levante defeat. Okay, so that's very basic. That's very career mode. That's the type of stuff that we've had before. I've always liked this type of stuff in career mode. Dude, we might start our career mode at the beginning. Our Leeds United simulation career mode might start at the start of the year as well. That's fantastic. How many of you guys, career mode fans, will be pre-ordering or not pre-ordering the game based off of this news we cover? I'm a big Ultimate Team guy, but career mode is massive for me too, dude. So I know there's a lot of you guys that might be buying the game now, depending on what I'm reading out here, which is pretty amazing. So the tools we envisioned and built, as well as the amount of logic behind the stories, is brand new territory for career mode. Hey, let's bring it on, dude. And we're excited for all career mode fans to be able to enjoy and share their feedback on these newly added features. Press conferences will represent the main venue where the manager will take questions and answer them, both before important matches, but also immediately after. Both the pre and post-match press conferences will leverage newly built scenes specifically designed to be part of the manager career experience. Player conversations will mainly serve as the one-on-one interaction between the manager and players within the team through a messaging app-like interface. Wow. Within both, you'll be able to choose the way in which you tackle a large variety of situations, and based on your methods, either positively or negatively influence player morale, as well as your rating as a manager. Okay, I like it. On behalf of the whole team, I'd like to give you a warm welcome at Real Madrid. Excited about the oh, damn, okay. All right. I like it. You could pull the like Mourinho style, or just the cold style, or the Nick28T overexcited style of everything. I love it. Cool. And then it inputs in. We've got a long season ahead of us, Sergio. Expecting nothing but the very best out of you and the lads. Oh, okay. Yo, it's something. It's something. We've got work to do, chat. Let's go. In the same way, the press conferences, the newly added conversations enjoy the same level of complexity. The manager will have to deal with a variety of requests from players, as well as happy or disgruntled players that are trying to get their thoughts across. Manager will have to find ways, either through direct actions or by communicating his or her stance, in order to mitigate and solve these situations. Player attribute values shown in this session are just, again, chat probably already freaking out that Ramos is a 91 rated card, whatever. Player morale system. Oof, interesting. Okay. All the features described above would have not been completed without a lot of work under the hood. The player morale system is exactly that. It's the piece that actually makes all the complex stories we've built, and that will be surfacing relevant. Now, here's hoping. Player morale, this is now me throwing, obviously, my tinfoil hat on, and probably, if EA are watching this, thinking, Jesus, Nick, can you just fucking review the career mode stuff without talking about Ultimate Team? Anyways, back in the day, morale was in FIFA Ultimate Team, and you actually had cards that would apply and increase your morale to 99, just like you had fitness cards. If your players lost or you drew games, they lost morale, all of that stuff. They got rid of it. I wonder, though, with the implementation of this heavy morale system back in FIFA 20, will that affect and will that influence FIFA 20 Ultimate Team? Very interesting. Morale will be influenced by a multitude of different factors, ranging from playtime, wage expectations. Oh, so you can't like just straight up undercut to try and help the club out. Damn, dude. This Leeds career mode might be hard next year. To a player's performance on the pitch and how well the team is doing. Secondly, answers in press conferences and replies to players in one-on-one conversations impact player morale as well. Having a high morale will be highly desired, as players' morale will influence their attributes in upcoming matches. Interesting. We're building a winning team and only committed to players. Seeing new signings. Like to buy players until the end of the transfer window. Whoa, that's so cool, dude. I like it. I like that they've got the like the new hairstyles too. It's kind of sick. Manager customization. Ay, Dios mío, let's go. You may have noticed a manager in the screenshots above that you're not familiar with. This manager was created in-game with our manager creation tools. We're finally taking a leap towards in-depth customization of your manager avatar. Thank you. It's only been 72,000 years that we've only had like 2 or 3 managers to choose from, dude, with like 2 or 3 different clothing types. Oh, let's go, man. Female lull? Yeah, why not? Chat, we got it, man. It's 2019, dudes. You guys got to be a little bit more accepting of this shit, man. Which, by the way, female managers can ball out just as much, okay? Let's relax. It's not a big deal. It's 2019, baby. Most of you probably remember the limited customization options within Career, which are now things of the past. Let's go. The new Manager Career experience will provide the freedom to create an avatar that reflects your own style and see it reflected in game. Moreover, you will now be able to change your manager's outfit at any moment during the season, which is cool. I wonder if as well, there'll be more manager interactions on the pitch, right? That'd be pretty sweet, for sure. I like that. Oh, so basically pro player levels, pro clubs levels of adjustment. That's fantastic. Well, episode 1 of the Leeds United career mode will be about 47 hours long and me creating myself, so that's gonna be good. Another important item to mention here is the ability to create both male and female avatars, this being another first for career mode. In terms of the customization and accessory, your manager can wear a beanie. Yo, we can all turn into Tommy Shelby though, which is pretty sweet. Hey, we can all turn into Tommy Shelby. I like that. I'll definitely be wearing one. I want to get one of those hats IRL. Anyways, moving on. In terms of customization accessories at launch, that will ensure deep customization experience. These will range from the usual clothing pieces and shoes to more casual or smart casual options. I love it. I love it. Live news screenshots. Now, here's another issue that I found with career mode is I was getting copyright strike by either FIFA or the Premier League or the Bundesliga and stuff like that because of just how insanely realistic and the imagery is for career mode. So actually, after today, I'm going to DM, I don't know any specific career mode guys at EA, like Corey, Zaro. I know all the gameplay guys and like the FUT gameplay producers and the FUT content producers, and I know so many of all the guys in Ultimate Team, but I don't know any career mode guys. So I might DM Zaro and Corey and either ask if I can be put in contact with some career mode guys, or also then mention it to Corey and Zaro about like the League UI themes, and to make sure that that type of stuff doesn't get content striked, or for anybody that streams the game and stuff like that, where you can't get in trouble for streaming career mode because of the imagery that's so similar to like live Premier League broadcasts. Anyways, that's something that isn't a big part of what I'm sure a lot of you guys care about, but just something for me to remember. Going even further into the realm of authenticity, creating experiences that are relevant for our users, we wanted to come up with a visual take that is unique for some of the most played leagues within career mode. The result is 5 unique central menu UI treatments that heavily reflect the authentic branding of the Premier League, Bundesliga, Liga, La Liga Santander, and the MLS. Wait, oh, yeah, they don't have the rights to Calcio A, of course. Besides, which is too bad, because I would have wanted to do a career mode with the Calcio A, with the Serie A. Besides these, our players will still enjoy the UEFA Champions League and UEFA Europa League branded UI accompanying these competition fixtures. So again, I'm assuming if or when 2 years down the road, 3-4 years down the road, if we can get Leeds United into the career mode, into the Champions League, I'm assuming you have to worry about that for content. I'll have to ask like Chani or Mr. MGH, see whether or not that's a major issue for them or not through FIFA 19, because I obviously didn't get Leeds into the Premier League or the Champions League this year. We basically got them promoted, and then the career mode series I stopped. Anyways, moving on. So you can see, there you go, the different UIs, which is really cool. There's the Champions League UI. I like it. All these changes are great. Okay, now let's get into the nitty gritty, dudes. And you guys, from those of you guys that have watched my career modes and stuff like that and watched me endlessly complain about the issues in career mode that haven't been fixed, let me know as well if there's anything within this topic that you want me to cover, right? Stuff that we are hoping does get fixed, right? Where the player development issues that we had, the youth system getting a revamp, instead of having a tab where it's like a youth thing where you just press like one thing and it covers like like an actual youth camp where you go into, maybe you can improve the youth facilities, you can improve the coaching system, you can run the actual drills to improve your youth system, have like an under 21 setup. That is something that I would really want from career mode, and we've said it for years. So I mean, we'll see if they cover that type of stuff, but those depths, those things, right? Loaning players out is annoying. They never leave. Thank you very much. That's another big issue, right? Purchasing of players has so many glitches in it. There's in FIFA 19, there's ways where you can just guarantee that your players sell for big pricing. That's just silly, right? But let's move on and see specifically about the dynamic player potential. One of the heavily requested improvements to the way players develop through each season was to have their potential change based on their performances. That's fantastic. Potential for players within your own squad will evolve over time based on the player's performance in their previous season. Score a lot of goals with a young prospect in the breakthrough season, his potential will be even higher in the upcoming season. Kept a run of good performances going with older players close to retirement, his potential will be higher in the upcoming season, which means that the decrease of his attributes will stall for a longer period of time. Okay, so loaning in some older players, maybe like a Gigi Buffon to help us with a Premier League push, whatever it is, you know what I mean, right? That could be maybe trying to actually steal Ibra for a final season-long loan for a big Premier League push. Stuff like that could be a thing, which is fantastic. Potential will decrease if a player hasn't been performing well in previous seasons or hasn't received enough playtime. So again, just based off of player potential, the loaning system could be very big. Could be very big and very key, right? Because one of the biggest issues, as we saw even with my FIFA 19 Leeds United career mode, is that again, with loaning, no players just wouldn't leave. I had like 20 players just sitting there doing nothing. And through this system, it means that their potential, and I'm assuming their stats and stuff, either drop or won't grow at all. So based off of this, I am really hoping that they fix the loan system for career mode. So that's fantastic. That's absolutely great news. And here's hoping that they develop on that even further. General improvements and additions. Another addition aimed at diversifying our interactive negotiation scenes, is the introduction of 2 new environments, Rooftop Lounge and Restaurant, that are now part of our lineup scenes used for player negotiations. Okay, it's funny, I just mentioned that, like 5 minutes ago, about how dead the player negotiations was. Spot fixes and balancing changes. Added an option in the player actions pop-up to add a player to the shortlist and immediately go to the transfer hub with respective player. Okay, redesign team management layout to allow for easier attribute comparison. Player attribute values shown below. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I like that. I mean, that's a simple change, but I do like that. So you can kind of see what you're bringing in for what you're taking off in any given game, which is kind of dope. A little bit more Ultimate Team-esque in terms of the statistics presentation, which I like. I always hated how non-deep career mode was in terms of these. Very similar to Madden. No online career. There's never, in my opinion, there's never going to be online career mode in FIFA, dudes. That would become a direct competitor of FIFA Ultimate Team. And I'm not going to lie, if there was an online career mode where I could set up a Premier League season and invite the Band of Bros and anybody else into a draw to be a team and then to pick a team and have like an online career of 10 or 20 whatever content creators, I would never play Ultimate Team again. If I could set up an online season against my viewers in the championship, I don't think I would ever play FUT again, because career mode gets all of the deep club management wants that I want, but Ultimate Team covers the card collecting, playing online, competing online against people, covers a lot of those things, which I just don't get from career mode, which is why I play Ultimate Team so much, right? But if career mode then goes with an online career mode section or whatever, that would take so much of the stuff I already get from Ultimate Team and put it in career mode. I'm telling you right now, I would not touch Ultimate Team, and that is basically exactly why I think we'll never get an online career mode in FIFA. I just don't see it happening, man. It would screw over Ultimate Team and their profits, and that's just business, right? That's not me throwing shade or anything like that. All right. So, this is fantastic. My first 3 or 4 years of my career with Leeds, I don't want to be getting offers from Canada and New Zealand and all these places to be, and then constantly have to filter through the email. So this is such a nice little addition to disable international management job offers at the start of a new career. Fantastic. Increase the initial composure attribute values for generated youth players and redistributed weights for player growth between physical, mental, and skill attributes to allow for more physical growth. Always a big problem with youth players, right? If you do a certain thing, you completely stunt their physical growth. Improved distribution of ethnicity within a country when generating youth players, okay. Significantly increase the initial amounts for wage budget allocation, okay. Increase the player value of defensive players based on the latest transfer market activity. Wait, what? Increase the player value of defensive players based on latest transfer market activity. So that just the prices of defenders have gone up, but based on latest transfer market activity. I don't really understand. Oh, is it Harry Maguire just screwed it all up for us? Harry Maguire for 80 million just screwed everybody over. Okay, fair enough. Fix multiple issues with leagues that split into playoffs after the end of the regular season. League objectives are now correctly tracking playoffs instead of regular season standings. Champion celebrations are triggered at the end of the playoffs. Love that. Love that. That'll be important for us, of course, for Leeds. Improve the algorithm used by AI teams to determine their starting 11. Moving forward, you should see far fewer instances in which the opponent isn't using their prime starting 11 in important matches. Okay, I kind of like that. You know, the oftentimes where you play Man United and it's like a 3-point at the top of the league fight, and they've got like Phil Jones in the midfield and like, you know what I mean? Got all these like random ass players. You're like, dude, what the hell? All right, and maybe you still lose because of course the simulation stuff is broken anyways. But yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's fantastic. Readjusted the number of saves to 8 inside career mode to address the feedback received from our players during the 19th cycle. Oh god, I thought that was like a goalkeeper saves. I was like, what? Readjusted the number of saves to 8. Okay, so what I'm thinking for our career mode experience for FIFA 20 is we'll start off with the Leeds United career mode, right? And then as we were talking about this year, what we were thinking of doing for career mode this year at some point was doing a really, really lower league, like bottom of the English Premier League, and seeing how long with simulation only, because I'm going to play 100 to 200 games a week on Ultimate Team, right? So with career mode, it's kind of my like selfish chill out time. I don't worry too much about actual gameplay. I want to get the Football Manager experience from career mode. That's the way it's always been for me. But also while being able to watch the gameplay and experience the gameplay, but from a management standpoint instead of actually having to play it, right? So what we'll do next year as well is like take a Portsmouth or a whatever it is, right? An English League 4 team with simulation only and managing the club, and just seeing by doing that how long it could take us to rise through the ranks of the Premier League. I mean, that could be a 3-month career mode. Who knows, right? Maybe it's only for the stream if YouTube doesn't like it. But something else. Coventry, Salford, whatever team, right? So that's cool. I like that that's been readjusted. Competition changes. Okay. Fix multiple fixture congestion issues. The winter break rollout this season, as well as the removal of the FA Cup 5th round replay, have improved fixture congestion issues in the English leagues. Slightly altered the authentic schedule of the English Championship by pushing its competition to a later date. This ensures that schedule conflict situations between championship rounds and European football nights aren't possible. I mean, was it possible before? I guess if you win the FA Cup the season before, that puts you into like a European competition, even though you could potentially be in a lower league, right? So that's super good. That's obviously something that I haven't dealt with personally with my career modes, but yeah. Okay, so I could see where that, just by thinking about it, where that could come up being a big issue. A lot of the congestion issues reported by the community were happening with midweek league rounds happening at the same time as a European match, which, although unlikely in the real world, is common occurrence for career mode. Yeah. For the exact statement that I just made. All right. Added to the new format and schedule of the Spanish Super Cup. Added support to round down the points in leagues that split into playoffs and have the points such as the Austrian Bundesliga. Wow, they're really going into it. Updated usage of the forced substitute and extra time to all competitions that support this new law of the game. Sick. To wrap this up, we thank all career mode players out there for the millions of seasons played and for the invaluable feedback given. Okay, so cheers, Mihai, Alex, and the career mode dev team. See, if anybody knows their Twitters in my, at least in my Twitch chat, please let me know, okay? Because I'm very, very, very interested in having like a dialogue with them about certain things. So for the end of all this, this is where I wanted to have a bit of a discussion with you guys about some things, okay? What are the things that we've been talking about for a long time that haven't been mentioned? Because I do want to take this to the career mode team. We are still like a month and a half away from the launch of FIFA 20. So these things can potentially be added and adjusted, dudes. So the like youth system getting a revamp, that wasn't talked about. So I'm going to write that down now so I can message that to the career mode guys. So youth system revamp. So the loaning issues they've talked about, right? So that's all good. What else are we talking about? No live simulation. So what do you mean about that? No, the live simulation, you can, as far as I know, you can still do it the way I do it, right? Where you don't have, okay, well, that's true. So maybe like Pez, we don't have a live simulation. You need to glitch the game and make yourself the goalkeeper and have it be like that. Is that what you mean? Okay, so no true live simulation. And that's so big for career mode in my eyes. Only be the goalkeeper, which is fine. I will run my game, my career modes like that. But yeah, I agree. Oh, broken away game situations, right? So, away game quick simulations. Still easy to lose, question mark. Still easy to lose. So, and I'll build on that when I write them a message. Basically, like the biggest issue with away games is that no matter how you set up your team, for some reason, there's like a 60 or 70% chance that you lose your away games until you have a lot of high rated players in your team. Then, even if you don't know how to set up your team properly, if you have a really high rated goalkeeper, you've got high rated players in a lot of the positions versus the other team, then you have like an exponential chance of winning. Which I like. Your club setup, your formation versus your opponent's formation, that type of stuff, the real like footballing mind stuff to actually have an effect on the quick simulations, right? I think that would be fantastic. Pavel, thank you for the sub, dude. Ross, thank you for the sub. So what else? Anything on player career? You know what? I can write that. Player career. We didn't get any information on that either. So maybe they'll release another bit of news. Loans plus option to buy S3R7. So what was the issue there? Loan with option to buy? Okay. Loan. Oh yeah, that was an issue, wasn't it? We could never do that last year with the players we wanted to bring in. Loan with option to buy being added. Okay. You can't do it. AI teams need to give players contracts. Too many players can be pre-signed. Good point. Thank you. Yep. Too many teams allow player contracts to expire. Player contracts to expire. Great point. Okay. So I'll take that to the team. Sacking AI managers could be yeah. Oh, I mean, that's probably something that would need a lot of work, though, right? Sacking AI managers would be like seeing Mourinho getting fired from a new job, or good evening, you know, Mr. Good evening, Emery getting tossed, Arsene Wenger coming back into the mix. Dude, what they could do with career mode, like you could have legacy managers that don't have jobs right now, but you keep them in the pool of career mode. So then when Ollie gets fired, you know, the Arsene Wenger comes in. Bro, do you understand the storylines there? AI managers getting fired. It's good to see actual changes. There's a lot of work to do still, but at least it hasn't gone backwards. No, for sure. I'm not hating. I like a lot of these changes. I really, really do like a lot of these changes, man. The way you can go in depth with your managers now is fantastic. Trade offer for untradables. We're talking about career mode, not FIFA Ultimate Team. You just describing Football Manager, man. I know, dude. One of the greatest things that like that Apex Legends did was the reboot system. Well, guess what? Thank God that there was a competition there in the BR world for Fortnite, and then Fortnite brought in the reboot vans. That's what you need. This is what we need. We need EA to look at Football Manager and be like, God damn, they do this really well. Let's take that. We'll put our own spin on it, and that's fine. Player ratings just straight up decreasing when they reach 29 to 30. So that's they've already addressed that. They've already addressed that. Play FM, please. But I want to live in the EA career mode world. I want to simulate those games. I want to see the player stats increasing through the stat systems that EA have implemented. I love career mode. I really do. Okay, so do you guys think that's a bunch of things that I can address? What do you think? First mentors for youth and update everyone on free players. Update every season on free players. Oh, is buyback clause not in any of the... Oh, I like that. So let's say you've developed a youth player and you sell them off for like 4 or 5 mil. You can put a buyback clause into their contract. Oh, that is a... Is that a thing or no? Am I writing down something that's already... I don't think... Why do I feel like we used to do a buyback clause on the channel? Are you sure that's not already there? Oh, it used to be in career. Okay, it used to be in there and they took it out. Sick. All right, it's not in the game. Buyback clause. What year are we talking there for the buyback clause? I can't even remember when the hell that was in the game. Sell on clause. Like more generic AI stadiums, lower league career modes get real stale when you play other teams in your own stadium. True. So more lower league stadiums? Or just more made up stadiums? More lower league made up stadiums? Yeah, I don't think they can just buy all of the every team stadium because that would cost obviously a fortune. Youth competitions would be awesome. Well, I have that. I literally have that written down as like a youth system revamp because the youth system is just tragic. It's terrible. There's no depth to it. Can we talk about anything in terms of the revamp of the actual player training? The player training seemed to be very broken and very... You can abuse it and also not really use it properly for the rest of your team. I think the player growth or player training system getting a revamp would be good, but I'd love to be able to like discuss what should be changed from that. Stadium needs to upgrade as you get promoted. How about being able to build out your stadium like you can in bloody Top 11, the mobile game that I was, sponsored by many different times throughout my career? Where in Top 11, you can do exactly what I was talking about. You can go to your youth facilities and improve and build out your youth facilities. You can build out your stadiums, add more stadium rungs, which bring in more revenue, add stadium lights, like actually change the look of your stadium, which then is visible in game. Stadium and club facility improvement, maybe? This is stuff that we mentioned last year though, dude. So if that stuff, stadium, club, facility improvements. And so if you guys think of anything different, this is obviously going to be up on the channel on YouTube too, so you can put it in the comments there. If I miss it on Twitch, dudes. Should have proper control of finances, ticket prices. I like that. Control of finances in depth, i.e. ticket prices. Because some of those things you can do, right? Etc. Training exercise for your whole squad, not just 5 players. Yeah. So I have that written down, my dude. I have that written down. Wait, do I have that written down? More lower league stadiums made up. Stadiums. Buyback clause, AI manager, stadium club facility improvements. Better player training system. Not just 5 players. See, I think the reason why they have a limit on the 5 players is because they don't want every person to start a career mode, and at the end of the season, if you can train your whole team, have your whole team increase by like 10 or 15 ratings, right? A Man United team having the, you know, the whole team all in like the 90s and stuff like that for their rating by the end of the year. Sponsors, that is getting into the business side of things, like saying, hey, we want more sponsors. I think financially, that would be so smart from EA. You literally have sponsors throughout the stadium that you can choose to put there. And EA just signed deals with Coca-Cola and whoever, man, Pepsi even, competing sponsors. And then the users can pick what sponsors they want within their stadiums. Like, think of what EA, what is that, a multi-million-dollar idea for you that I think you used to have way back in the day? Where you could kind of pick and choose a batch of sponsors. I remember in career mode back in the day. Why not have a plethora, a laundry list of different sponsors that the user base can go through and pick and choose who they want in their stadium, maybe who they want added on to the club kits, but then again, that goes into legality, I think, right? Like, Leeds United might be like, hey, we've got these sponsors. We don't want you even in your video game to then allow your users to put like different sponsors. That actually makes our sponsors angry. So maybe on the kits that wouldn't work, but within your stadiums and your club's branding and stuff like that. And then again, EA can genuinely sell those sponsors to the sponsors. It'd be great. Even fake sponsors though, something different. I mean, yeah, and I still think that is kind of a small thing. I don't know how many people would really care about that. So kit design would be awesome as well. Again, because it's career mode though, it's real teams, so I don't know if they would do that. Stop the big teams from buying 3 to 4 superstar players in the same position. Example, Aguero, Lukaku, Icardi all end up at Real Madrid. Good point. Good point. But what if you wanted to buy those players, right? And develop a Aguero into a winger, you know, for the final 4 years of his career or whatever it is. So I think the thought process with that is, well, okay, but maybe they're actually using those players. Maybe they're putting Icardi in at cam, you know? I don't know. So I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, I don't know if that would be good. Ability for players to develop traits as their overall increases. I think that was covered as well already, RNG. So I think we have a very good base of the career mode, the new career mode information, as well as finishing off with like a career mode FIFA 20 laundry list of things we wish for. Again, this might be a little bit late asking for these things, but genuinely, these are things that I was asking for in FIFA 18's career mode to the EA, not directly career mode guys, but to EA in general, right? So these are things that I've been asking for forever. I'm just going to use that as a reminder to go to the career mode guys and say like, hey dudes, these changes are amazing. These are some other like big things that I think could be updated. So again, if you're watching this and you're like, dude, this is, I play 40 career mode seasons a year with one team, whatever it is. This is such a big glaring issue in 5 years down the road or 10 years down the road in a career mode. If you're looking at this and saying that, please write it in the comment section. Again, probably the best place to do it, right? Write it into the comment section, and then I'll try and pass that on to EA as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and bring on FIFA 20, man. The more FIFA 20 news, the more stuff I will deep dive into, whether it's the player ratings coming up next. Those are always fun to go over, whether it's more Ultimate Team news, whether it's Volta. Not that I'm that excited about it because there isn't like the pro club style of playing with all your friends. It blows my mind that they didn't do that with Volta, but Volta news coming through. We'll cover that stuff as well. So love you guys, and we'll catch you on the flip side as always. Peace.